Welcome back to GDT Tech Reviews. In this video we are going to do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best TVs, 2022. So let us get started and the review based on our studies and small research. If you have any personal suggestion, do let us know in the comment section. If you are for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon for more videos. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use to for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. So let's get started. The LG G1 OLED's design isn't called gallery for nothing. It's designed very much with wall hanging in mind, so much so that it even lets you display digitized artworks on it, turning it into a Louvre exhibition when you're not using its primary TV function. The LG G1's ultra-slim design is incredibly flat, with no awkward protubing sections to spoil the slender profile. The wall mount that ships with the TV is even designed to fit into a recessed area on the TV's rear, making the LG G1 sit as flush can be against the wall. Add to all this an extremely trim bezel, and it's hard to imagine how a 65-inch TV could make less of a dent on your living room. Despite its slim profile, all of the LG G1 OLED's connections and speakers are built into the screen's casing, and the input support is pretty outstanding. All 4 of the HDMIs support full HDMI 2.1 feature sets, complete with cutting-edge gaming in 4K at 120Hz, with HDR and variable refresh rates. In fact, the LG G1 even supports all 3 current variable refresh rate variants, NVIDIA G-Sync, AMD FreeSync and the standard HDMI 2.1 system. The LG G1 OLED ushers in LG's most substantial revamp to its renowned WebOS smart platform since it launched nearly a decade ago. The most immediate change comes with its home screen, which now occupies the whole screen. The Sony X90J is an upper mid-range 4K LED TV. It's part of Sony's 2021 Bravia lineup, sitting below the Sony X95J, and it has many of the same features as the higher-end model but without as good performance. It's a future-proof TV as it comes with 2 HDMI 2.1 inputs that allow you to play 4K games up to 120 FPS from gaming consoles or PCs, but even though it's supposed to receive variable refresh rate, VRR, support in a firmware update, it doesn't have it yet. It comes with Google TV as its smart interface, which has a ton of apps you can download through the Google Play Store and has a user-friendly interface. This TV comes with a VA panel that helps it perform well in dark rooms, and it even gets bright enough to fight glare in well-lit rooms, but it has narrow viewing angles, and it doesn't have Sony's X wide-angle technology. The Sony X90J is a great TV for most uses. It's best suited for watching movies and HDR content due to its high contrast ratio, great full-array local dimming, and high HDR brightness. It has low input lag, a fast response time, and a 120Hz refresh rate, making it a great choice for gaming. However, you'll have to wait for its advertised VRR support. It's good for watching TV shows or sports because it upscales lower resolution content well and gets very bright to combat glare, but its narrow viewing angles make it less ideal for watching with a big group of people. From the front, the Sony X90J looks almost identical to the Sony X900H from 2020. It's simple and minimalist, with thin borders on all sides. However, the glossy plastic bezels and feet look somewhat cheap. The back looks very different from the Sony X900H. It now has a grid-like pattern with a larger square in the middle with the Bravia branding. The Samsung QN90A QLED is an excellent TV. It's Samsung's flagship 4K TV in their new Neo QLED lineup, which is an upgrade from their traditional QLED lineup because it uses mini LED as its backlighting. This allows the TV to get extremely bright, enough to combat glare or bring out highlights in HDR content, and it provides more control over its full-array local dimming feature. The local dimming does a great job at improving the picture quality, but you may notice there's some blooming around bright objects. It's packed with gaming features like FreeSync variable refresh rate support, VRR, and G-Sync compatibility. It also has HDMI 2.1 support, but some people may be disappointed that it's limited to one input. Despite having a VA panel, it has fairly wide viewing angles thanks to Samsung's ultra viewing angle technology, so it should be a good choice for fairly wide seating arrangements. The Samsung QN90A is an excellent TV for any use. Its V8 panel provides an excellent native contrast ratio and great local dimming to display deep blacks. It gets bright enough to combat glare and has fantastic reflection handling if you want to use it in a well-lit room. Also, gamers should enjoy its VRR support, low input lag, and quick response time for a responsive gaming experience. The Samsung QN90A has a premium design that looks very similar to the Samsung Q90/Q90T QLED, except it's much thinner. It has a clean look with thin bezels that would look good in any setup. The center-mounted stand also elevates the TV enough off the table so that you can place a soundbar in front and not worry about blocking the screen. Overall, it's a very well-built high-end TV. The screen is a bit wobbly on the metal stand, but it's not too noticeable. Footprint of the 55-inch TV, 11.8 inches by 9.2 inches. The Samsung QN90A's build quality is fantastic. Although the entire TV, except for the stand, is made out of plastic, it feels very solid and well put together. The textured plastic feels premium. There aren't any obvious issues or loose parts, which is what you'd expect from a high-end model. It's a bit wobbly, but that's because the panel is so thin and easy to move, and it shouldn't be an issue during regular use. The Sony A90J OLED is an amazing 4K TV from Sony's Master Series. Like other OLEDs, it delivers unparalleled picture quality thanks to its self-emitting pixels, which produce perfect blacks and a near-infinite contrast ratio. While its HDR brightness is only decent relative to LED TVs, it still delivers a great HDR experience thanks to its wide color gamut and high contrast ratio. It also has a near-instantaneous response time for clear motion, but some gamers may be disappointed by the lack of variable refresh rate, VRR, support, even though it's set to arrive with a future firmware update. On the upside, it has two HDMI 2.1 ports, eARC, and Dolby Vision support. It also has wide viewing angles and superb reflection handling. As with all OLEDs, there's some risk of permanent burn-in, but we don't expect it to be an issue if you watch varied content. The Sony A90J is an amazing TV for mixed usage. It delivers exceptional picture quality for movies and TV shows, and its near-instantaneous response time results in smooth motion for sports and video games. While it doesn't get as bright as an LED TV, it's bright enough to bring out most highlights in HDR, aided by its near-infinite contrast ratio. Unfortunately, there's a risk for permanent burn-in, though it shouldn't be an issue if you watch varied content. The Sony A90J looks similar to other high-end Sony OLEDs but with a newly designed stand that offers more adjustability. With its thin bezels and metal accents, it looks sleek and premium and is sure to make an impression in any living room. The Sony A90J doesn't have much in the way of cable management except for some paneling that covers a portion of the cables and an included cable tie, but overall it looks fairly clean. The back of the panel itself is metal while the rest is plastic with vertical ridges. The build quality of the A90J is superb. It feels incredibly sturdy in either of the stand positions, with no wobble or flex. All in all, it's a very solid feeling TV, as expected from a high-end model like this. The Hisense H8G is a very good budget TV and a nice upgrade over its predecessor, the Hisense H8F. It has a VA panel with a high contrast ratio and a full array local dimming feature, allowing it to produce deep blacks for a great dark room viewing experience. It has decent reflection handling and can overcome glare easily in bright environments. There's very little blur in fast-moving content, as it has a quick response time and an optional black frame insertion feature to further improve motion clarity. Its input lag is low enough for most casual gamers, however, it doesn't support any advanced gaming features like variable refresh rate, VRR, technology. Also, while it has a good color gamut to produce rich and saturated colors in HDR content, it doesn't get quite bright enough to truly make highlights stand out, especially if you're viewing in a well-lit room. On the upside, its Android TV interface is easy to use, and there are tons of apps available in the Google Play Store. The Hisense H8G is a very good TV for most uses. It's great for watching movies in dark rooms thanks to its excellent contrast ratio and full array local dimming feature. The HDR experience is a bit limiting as it can't get quite bright enough to bring out some highlights. However, it has a good response time and very low input lag for gaming, and it's a good choice for watching TV shows or sports. It can get bright enough to combat glare, but you quickly lose image accuracy when viewing from the side. The feet are made out of metal and are adjustable. The stand supports the TV fairly well, especially when the feet are in the widest position possible, but there's still some wobble.